It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show. Every now and then, we throw you a curveball at the beginning. We try to keep the yucks rather significant at this very opening segment of the show. But every now and then, I get correspondence from a listener that throws me for a loop. Mm-hmm. And with his permission, I wanted to share this with you today because this is something that touches all of us on the show, and it's something that I think that I share with you just in case you might be having a bad day. If you think you've got issues. I was talking about my medical stuff yesterday, and you realize that there are other people that go through more significant situations. Yeah. I'm not going to mention last names here, but I will share the correspondence that I got from my friend Bill on Facebook. When I say my friends on Facebook, there are a lot of people I don't know. Mm-hmm. There are people that listen to this show primarily. That's why I have 5,000 of them. That's why Rob has 5,000 of them. And, you get the people's stories. People share more than others. Some don't, some do. And it's always fascinating. But this comes from my friend Bill, and it says, "My family is going through one of the hardest things that we have ever had to do. Our 14-year-old son, Tyler, has the flu, which led to pneumonia and sepsis. He is currently on life support at, I won't mention the hospital, just for privacy's sake, and he has been for the last 3 days. Oh, it was touch and go, but it finally appears that he may be stable. He is strong and will get through this. I just want to thank you for the show. Right now, it is the only thing that I'm listening to besides music that Tyler loves. It is keeping a smile on my face, even though this is the worst time of our lives." I've said this before, and I think we all agree on the show. There's nothing that listeners share with us that means more to us than people that enjoy what we do, and it helps them get through a tough time. Once again, thanks, because it helps probably more than you will ever know. I wrote, "Thanks so much, Bill. Your words mean a lot. My prayers go out to your son." Bill Flynn wrote me this morning at 9:45. "I sent you a message last week about son Tyler, that he was sick with the flu. Yes. He passed peacefully yesterday at Strong Hospital." I mentioned the hospital, but we can edit that out. Yeah. At the hospital. Thank you for your kind response, because it meant the world to me. For 2 weeks he was in a coma, and all I would listen to is your show, plus the bonus shows. No music, no other shows, just yours. You kept me strong for 2 weeks, and he was in a coma, and all I would do is listen to your show plus the bonus shows. No music, no other shows, just yours. You kept me strong for 2 weeks, and I just want you to know that. Thanks. From Bill. So this is somebody who, yes, obviously the show means a lot, but he is a sensitive enough and a kind enough guy to share that with us.
Wow, in this moment.
And because I asked his permission if I could share, just give his son a shout-out, not share this correspondence, but I just wrote this to him today. I wrote to him, "I cannot possibly imagine what you're going through right now, unimaginable pain. I'm the father of a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old. I don't think there's anything that I could go through as tough as this." And I wrote, "I can't imagine what you're going through, unimaginable pain. I will have you and your family in my heart as I do the show today. And I will pray that God gives your family the strength to get through this tragedy. While no words can adequately help you right now, I have found something to be true when I have experienced great loss in my life. Things will never be the same, but they will get better with time, and the human spirit of your son will live in your hearts forever. I wish you and your family peace, Bill. And for Tyler, I hope he is in a place where all of his dreams are reality."
Yes.
"And he is welcomed into a place more beautiful than any of us could ever dream of." I asked his permission to share this, but, to get that first thing this morning.
Yeah.
And I just want to say to Bill, to your family, Our thoughts go out to you. I can't even imagine what it is to lose a 14-year-old, that has pneumonia.
Yeah.
Rob, you lived it with your son, and it's just, from the bottom of my heart, this moves me more than you'll ever know.
Yeah.
And I don't know you, Bill, and I didn't know Tyler, and I don't know your wife, Tanya, and I don't know your other son who's 5 years old, who's Eric. But just know that, for his send-off today, I do, and I've come around spiritually to the power of prayer, and I think if we get everybody associated with this show to pray for your son, that'll get him to a better place. Let's start the show.
Amen.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
I got a telegram from headquarters today.
Headquarters? What is it?
Well, it's a big building where generals meet, but that's not important right now. They've cleared you of any blame for what happened on that raid. Isn't that good news?
Is it?
Red leader, I'm going down.
Captain Jolene. He thinks he's a pilot, still fighting the war.
I found the tunnel, Johnson. It's this way. $25 for a cigarette is too much.
What's his problem?
It's Lieutenant Hurwitz. Severe shell shock. Thinks he's Ethel Merman.
You'll be swell. You'll be great. Gonna have the whole world on a plate. Starting here, starting now. Honey, everything's coming up right.
War is hell.
Coming to you live from Mike O'Mara's living room studio in the historic Radio District of Manassas, Virginia, a bustling suburb of the nation's capital. It's the Mike O'Mara Show, featuring Buzz Burbank with Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana. And now, from his couch, here's Mike.
Hey, Buzz, Rob. Wonder why I was a little wrapped up today?
Yeah. Got it.
Live from the Cappy Piper Studios, this is the Mike O'Mara Show. We are downloaded worldwide 17 million times, powered by Encore Insurance. We're at MikeO'MaraShow.com, 102.9 FM WTNT in Washington, D.C., and the mighty 1630 KCJJ in Iowa. Today is Valentine's Day.
Valentine's
Isn't it
Day.
great?
Yay. Our show today is brought to you by the Mike O'Mara Show's Amazon page. You can bookmark us for all your shopping, especially today.
Yeah.
Some people are going to be super duper last minute, and you're going to be getting that special something. We'll have a lot of Valentine's crap during the show today.
I love it.
And,
It's the best time of year. It's really the holiday.
It's the best grab of all.
Yeah.
So, hey, fat ass sitters, do your shopping at home and at work.
Fat ass sitters.
If you're like us.
Go to MikeO'MaraShow.com. It'll take you directly to your account, and we get the credit. You're saving money and supporting the show when you shop at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. I have personal stuff that I deal with that doesn't make me lose it as much as a total stranger's life
know.
makes
Isn't that
me
something?
lose it. But
It's
that
the
is
connection we have.
It doesn't get much more touching than what I got today from
Amen.
that incredibly
Absolutely.
brave guy who is getting through this with a little help from the laughs that we're giving him, and hopefully we won't let him down on that comp.
Let me give you. Do you want a transition?
What a mess I am today, though. What
It's
a
going to be
blubbery,
I think you're okay.
gooey mess
This
I am.
show will turn that around.
Yes.
Let's give you a transition.
Okay, transition music, please. Happy Valentine's Day. There it is, everybody. There it is.
Once a year. That's the greatest thing. Is the once a year those jingles get a spin.
I love
Fun.
jingles.
Yeah, you know what? I'm somebody that I try like hell not to do that because I don't believe in it. I certainly don't believe it in a eulogy situation. And sometimes it just catches me by surprise. And that's we get that from a lot more people than you would realize.
Yeah, it's shocking.
but nothing like that. That's heavy duty, and especially with the fact that
loss.
that he was doing okay, and then he wasn't doing okay.
So young.
And you've had a sick kid, and you know what it's like.
Scary. And you know what?
I
You
can't
never-
imagine. I thank God I'm blessed that I haven't had to deal with
You
that.
don't ever want to even try to comprehend that end game. And
Yeah,
you
right.
never, and you never try. It's not even a part of your consciousness.
Incomprehensible.
It is incomprehensible.
Yeah. So, Bill, all our
send our
prayers.
love.
And what I tried to say when I was blubbering before was, I think sometimes I really am beginning to come around on believing that like a community consciousness of everybody thinking about something.
Yeah,
Like,
I've felt that.
If you can think in your busy day today, think about Tyler a little bit, and I think that'll help. I just believe that.
I
It's
do,
something I've modified my ridiculous secular set of beliefs for this type of stuff.
To whoever you pray for.
Right,
Amen.
right.
Amen. Now, without further ado, let's get right to the birthdays today because
Thursday.
it is
it's
time
time.
to open up the mailbag and get right to it. Let's start with belated greetings to Dennis Lyon, or if you are across the pond, that
Yes.
might be Leon, who led a protest in Green Bay when we were yanked off the air there.
I remember that guy.
Yeah.
Dennis just turned 46 and would like a greeting from Larry King. Hi, Great. Green Bay. You like cheese? You wear it on your head?
Hey,
there
Larry.
you go. Yeah.
How about this for the guy in Green Bay? I think you'll like this.
Okay. Go, Pack, go.
You like that, Larry?
Sorry about your season.
Yeah, it's
anyway,
unfortunate.
Dale Blanchard turned 32 a little over a week ago. This is belated because Dale now lives in the Great White North. Oh, Canada. His wife has asked us to sing from our sing him our traditional birthday song. So this goes out to Dale Blanchard. And Dale.
A.
James.
Where's he from?
From the Great White North. Yeah, he had it prepared today. I love that song.
Not a great record.
That's Geddy Lee.
Geddy Lee!
Geddy Lee from Rush. Hall of Famers. Rush. About time. James Skaggs. Justice. I don't get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame except for one issue, and I've always thought Rush should be in.
You're all
when
politics.
they're putting when they're putting other people in there. Thank you.
About time.
James Skaggs, no relation to Ricky. James Skaggs' mother is the only person who gave him a birthday card for his 36th on Saturday.
That's sad, isn't it?
36th birthday, and the only person that gave you a card is your mother. I've had birthdays like that.
Yeah.
I've had birthdays like in between high school and
marriages,
where I've gotten one birthday card.
I think the most constant source of birthday cards have been two people in this room. Buzz always makes a birthday card, and you haven't been making birthday cards since we no longer have publicity pictures.
This is true.
Because you would always make a birthday card of yourself.
That doesn't have to remain the same.
His mom remembered him.
So James would like a greeting from Arnold.
Oh, okay.
James, I understand you're so lonely. 36th birthday, and the only person that sends you a card is your mother. What a drag that is.
Hey, Arnold.
But don't think you're a loser, and you don't have a tumor.
When you have a birthday, do you ever get a card from the housekeeper?
9.
9?
9. You're
Sorry to hear
strange, and I'm estranged from Maria.
Yeah.
Oh, your son.
So have a happy birthday, or as we say in Austria, einen Würtestein. Monday was a birthday for Megan Pennington Baggio.
Oh.
Is she on the Real Housewives
What
of
a
Beverly
name.
Hills?
It's a
Sounds
great
like
name.
Hey, Barb and Chuck movie called Megan Pennington Baggio's coming.
Is she bringing the punch bowl?
Monday was a birthday for Megan Pennington Baggio,
Sure.
who is guilty of being hot. She's a fairly new super fan of our show, so hey, baby. 6-ball.
Who?
Now listen, we had a guy at Marist College called Triball.
That can't be the same.
If this nickname is based on what we based Triball's nickname on,
Yeah.
I want to see pictures.
He should see a doctor.
All I want to know is this man can never buy pants.
6-ball is a VIP listener who's heard every second of every show, including the lost episode.
Right.
He turned 56 on Tuesday. He just wants to know from Mark if everything's okay.
Yeah, everything's great.
That's wonderful.
It's fine.
Perfect.
Thank you, Mark. Bill Maralt of Iowa turned 50-something Tuesday. But to his daughter Margot, he's like 1,000 years old. That's funny. This is her greeting for him. That's wonderful.
Good.
Happy birthday, Bill,
Yeah.
1,000-year-old man. In Mobile, Alabama, where they're towing that cruise ship to.
That's right.
Boy, it's going to be great when they all get there.
I have some very, very strong thoughts on that today.
Hotel living, Mike.
In Mobile, Alabama, Logan Roberts was 3 years old yesterday. His parents say he likes Marvel superheroes and listening to TMOS.
Awesome.
You don't need anything else.
No.
3.
Stan Butcher says he friggin' loves the show. Does he friggin' love it?
Language,
He's felt that
Stan.
friggin' way from the friggin' beginning. His birthday was yesterday, and he get a kick out of our traditional birthday song. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday.
frickin' Aaron Shetter.
Who?
Shetter.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Aaron Shetter had a birthday yesterday. She'd like to know if Bob Barker could tell her about the exciting gift she has won. Tell me what we have for Aaron Shetter.
What
But I do Rob
version
Roddy.
of this song is this?
Well, we've been bringing in the same version every week. This is a jazz version of The Price is
sure
Right.
is.
thing.
Aaron Shetter has a brand new coat from Dicker and Dicker of Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aaron. Have a happy birthday. It was Victor Alejandro Perez's 37th birthday
One of
yesterday.
yours, Oscar.
my uncle.
Yeah.
He's been listening for
Just
over
kidding.
20 years, introduced a whole family to us. Essady, Victor, and have a wonderful victory birthday, Victor, victory. Today is Sheila Green's birthday.
Sheila Green.
She says she's graduating from her douchebag 30s, and since it's Valentine's Day, she'd like to be seduced by Garrison Keillor. I feel that the people that are requesting Garrison Keillor are doing that as a personal favor to me.
Really?
And so to Sheila and everybody associated with Sheila and all the people that done it, I say thank you. Let me take this off.
Seduction from Garrison Keillor.
This portion of the Prairie Home Companion is brought to you by Cromwell's old-fashioned lube for whatever you do in the privacy of your own boudoir. Cromwell's old-fashioned lube is there. We'd like to say a happy birthday to Sheila Green. Hope you knew it. Now, how about some of Mrs. Sheila Green's buttermilk biscuits?
Oh. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Garrison. Greg Shingle. Oh, Single.
What?
Greg
Shingle.
Hey, man. Greg Single turns, what a tough name. Greg Single turns 40 today.
Is he married?
And he would like a greeting of any kind. I needed that information. I would like to know if Greg Single has a wife or a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Greg Single, greeting from any kind. Okay, that's your greeting, Greg. Mm-hmm. Send us information telling us whether you have a girlfriend or a wife.
And I'd like a photo. I'd like a photo of the girl and a photo of him.
Yeah, photo standing next to Rennie Rude.
Thank you.
Also celebrating on Valentine's Day, Gail Town, who's the mother of one of our listeners. Her son Dan is asking Buzz to give her a sexy greeting. That's convoluted. Lay it on Gail Town. Buzz.
Gail, mothers can be sexy too. In fact, sometimes mothers are the sexiest. Happy birthday, Gail.
Evil. Also celebrating on Valentine's Day, let me see, today's the 10th wedding anniversary of Jeffrey and Julie Heller. They'd like an anniversary greeting from movie producer Robert Evans.
Oh, you know, there's no one who loves marriage more. The sanctity of marriage.
I remember when Jeffrey and Julie Heller were together the first time. I know they were walking down the aisles at their wedding 10 years ago. I think everybody in the church probably agreed that before the reception, shut up, Frankie. Don't bark during the show. That must be our intern, Josh, walking around the kitchen. The anniversary greeting for Jeffrey and Julie Heller. I saw you in your Frankie. I'm in a Frankie's.
Don't break character.
Frankie's going to the pound today.
Don't break character.
Frankie's going to the
Pound
effing
puppy.
pound. Frankie pooped twice. Did not poop outside today. Frankie is becoming a brat.
But Jeffrey and Julie Heller, I just want to say, when I saw you on your wedding day, you were spectacular.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Jonathan Gilmore got from Buzz, all he got from Buzz was advice on how to adjust his TV for the perfect picture. What he I have a question about that.
All right, happy to help.
For my main TV.
Happy to help.
You know what he's going to do? He's going to tell you, find a picture of a cab or a school bus.
That's right.
Yeah. What he'd like for his birthday tomorrow is a greeting from the Washington Metro conductor.
Oh, from the rail.
Hey,
the
Rob,
Metro
Rob,
rail.
play, all right?
Are you ready?
And Rob is taking the sound off
the
of me
bing
now.
bong.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Usually you go first.
No.
Okay, you want that? Okay.
That's Chinatown Metro. Orange line. Very good. Fair, south, fair, blue line. That's the four. This is it.
Rob, when I first heard it, I have to say, I had my questions. I had my doubts. You have improved the bit. Rob Spiewak.
Thank you.
I don't know. I like your bing bong better.
Let's play some more. But it's just having legitimacy,
I
as say.
understand.
Because it allows me to focus on the stellar
right.
announcing that's
I
being
got
done.
There's a red line. Red line. Red line to Turner. The orange, this orange line. Orange, New Carrollton, Farragut, Southeast, Lafayette. This is on Metro line. Doors open. Doors open on the right left. Yeah.
Thank you. We're going to get some use out of that.
You have no idea how real that is unless you've written it.
So great.
Yeah, I think that the poor tourists that come and decide they're going to use our mass transit
And they
system.
always say, it's the easiest one to use in the world.
My wife won't ride it. She
Why
won't ride
not?
it. She doesn't like, I've had more. I'll tell you my Metro stories one day. I never share my Metro stories.
No, it's the
because they're
greatest.
normally very late at night.
It's the greatest orange mass transit there is. 'Cause everything is orange.
I had a buddy of mine do this on the Metro.
Never
With like
see
one
that.
other lady on it.
Also orange.
She got off at the next stop. I don't think it was her stop. Good times, good times. Turning 27 tomorrow, Justin Crawford, who never drives anywhere without us, and he doesn't care so much for any other show. Good man, Justin.
Yeah.
Our Mother of the Year would like a shout out for her 8-year-old son, John Pendlebury. She says she loves Mike's replay, especially the farts.
He loves John. The young
he
boy
does.
loves the replay, especially the
So
farts.
John, hey, John Pendlebury. Hey, John, listen up. You're 8 years old. I know what that's about. Look what I just did. In my pants. Hi, Jonathan Pendlebury. These are what your teachers are doing today when you go to school.
Oh. I think you might have just made a Pendleberry in your pants.
Thank you. Buzz will never forget the sexy blonde who handcuffed herself to him on a Valentine's Day cruise.
Yeah.
I remember that day.
I do
It was
too.
the dandy, was it not?
It certainly was.
Oh, my God. That was the dandy cruise for me.
Oh, good. It
Daddy
was for me.
Daddy was almost on the unable to play list that day.
Really?
From the Willard Hotel the night before.
Oh, dear.
Where I soiled the Willard Hotel.
Wow.
Again, that comes up.
So you stayed in town the night of, the night before.
Here's where I was a stupid younger disc jockey, and I
Right.
said to myself, "Hey, it's just a cruise. We're gonna, it's all taken care of for itself. We're not going to really do shtick."
Right.
Oh, was I wrong? Anyway, Susan Austin. I like Susan.
Oh, Susan is
Everybody
great.
likes
Her
Susan.
birthday is Saturday. She'd like Rob to run out for some squeaky cheese curds.
Ah, squeaky cheese curds. I know just where to go. I will be right back.
What the hell are squeaky cheese
I have
curds?
no idea.
Cheese curd, this is for people that know poutine like I do.
Oh, it's delicious.
Cheese curd is different than like regular cheese because it's got a little texture
Well, I
to
know
it.
what cheese curd is. I've never heard of squeaky
Yeah,
cheese
it's
curd
got
before.
a, you know when you chew into something, it's got kind of a squeaky
Okay, all right.
consistency to
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah.
kind of a textural description of a sound.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So squeaky cheese curd. I
Not
know
a
it's-
medical condition.
No,
and
not at all.
And Susan right now is listening to this and looking at whatever device she's listening, and she's
Right.
going, "You're right, Mike."
That's right.
She is.
The lovely Angie Pitha has a birthday Sunday.
A wicked
And-
Pitha.
And she doesn't recall ever hearing Buzz talk up a record. He's a DJ. He can do it. Angie would like it if Buzz could talk up September by Earth, Wind, and Fire. You don't do it very often, but you've been in radio for 30 years.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a DJ for very long. I've mostly done news, but I'll give it a shot.
All right, we're
We'll
going to
see.
jingle into it, Buzz.
All right,
here
very
we go.
good. KLEO Wichita, it's 3 o'clock with Michael J. Elston on $1 million weekend. Ladies, up against the washing machines with Earth, Wind, and Fire. Sunny and 52 today. Keep it right here on the big 1480 KLEO.
That's good enough for me.
Hey, I'm
You know how to stretch that out.
Strong.
One of my favorite
Sorry I
talking
had to
records.
stretch.
I love it.
Not
I'm
my
impressed.
thing,
Hey,
but, you know.
that's awesome. That was great.
Our letter of the week is about a vasectomy.
Oh.
Perhaps I can put my own money here
Yeah.
with vasectomy. Wait a minute. Hold on. Where's our sad music? There we
Yeah,
go.
sad.
Just wanted to let you know you got me through that procedure on your bag that deems one infertile. I asked the doc if I could put my earbud.
Start again.
Put them where?
I'll start from the beginning.
I think maybe that's best.
Take two.
Our letter of the week is about a vasectomy for a guy named Tyler. I just wanted to let you know you got me through that procedure on your bag that deems one infertile. I asked the doc if I could put my earbuds in, and I proceeded to start a new episode. Torpedo Jugs. I guess that was the title of the episode.
I remember that one, yeah.
Apparently, I have a problem getting numb, so the bag operation was quite unpleasant.
Oh, dear.
Oh, my God.
Well, then he should talk to the doctor and say, hey,
Yeah, well, he was listening.
not just yet.
But you guys, you're dying. Go ahead. You're dying. You're dying to say it, right?
No.
Don't you want to tell the world that you had a vasectomy?
I really don't think it's anyone's business.
That's a lie. You wanted to say it.
But a great
All
answer.
you guys that get it want to talk about
Not
it.
a word.
All right.
But ladies, it is reversible.
So it was quite unpleasant
not.
because he didn't get numb. But you guys brought me through it almost laughing. I say almost because actually laughing during that procedure might be physically impossible.
Yeah, I would think so.
The doc and nurse asked what I was listening to, and I told him, The Mike O'Mara Show, and they should check it out. I wish I would have left the office proclaiming, I'm Jack Cassidy. You guys are hilarious. Keep up the good work. Also, don't ever listen to all those complainers out there regarding politics, guns, etc. I usually don't agree with your views, but I think you guys are hilarious and entertaining, and that BS should not make them mad or stop them from listening. We don't all have to agree. How boring that would be. It doesn't matter. Tell them to S&D. Also, Rob was right about leaving the butter out on the counter.
Thank you. Now, that's something I'll talk about all day.
I've listened for about 10 years now. I haven't missed a single episode of TMOS. I love the versatility of a podcast, and we love you too. So, congratulations, sir, on your vasectomy.
Good job. Happy
Cool.
chopping.
Jesus, what a beginning to the show.
Quite
I
a
feel,
mailbag today.
I feel like I'm at Wally World today. I truly do. But that's good stuff. And thanks to all your birthdays. We never say this enough when we're actually doing the birthday segment. If you have a birthday or someone you know has a birthday coming up,
Send it directly to Buzz.
It's a lot of paperwork.
you know
Mike.
what's funny? Buzz said the birthday list was light today.
For us,
That's
that was
light.
light.
Light
If
to
this
medium.
is light, we'll try. Do we usually get to all of them?
We do. And
How's
please,
that?
as a favor to me, well, I wanted to say this at some point.
Right.
Please don't wait till the last second to send them. I can really do you justice if you send it to me early.
Yeah, and sometimes we can, move
What do you need,
them around
like
a
4
little bit.
weeks?
Yeah, at least.
4 weeks would be great.
Just at least 24 hours before the
So
bid.
if
That'd
somebody,
be great.
but I still think that the birthdays, we don't promote how to get that information.
Exactly,
to
Mike.
you.
No, they stock Buzz down.
How do they do
it?
it?
We get plenty without them.
I know, but I just for the people that might
See,
want
what
to
a lot
do
of
this.
people don't know is even though he's called Buzz Burbank, on Facebook, it's Michael J. Elston.
Yeah.
And remember, you don't need to be his friend to send him a message.
Don't
Are
send
you
it.
throwing him under the bus right
Not
now?
at all.
Don't send it to the Buzz Burbank Facebook page because I almost never look there. I'm sorry. One day I will maintain that page. Send it to the Michael J. Elston page or send it to
You can go to birthdays at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
and Mark forwards them to me.
That's easy.
Also
Yeah.
great.
That's easy peasy.
Yeah.
Well, we have quite a show for you today, and we're going to tell you all about it when we come back. But right now, because we have spent so much time on other stuff, we will take a break and come back with more. You are listening to the Mike O'Mara Show, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This segment brought to you by Weight Not. Don't just make a resolution, make a commitment. If you're serious about losing the weight you're ready to succeed with Weight Not, Rob Spiewak lost about 100 pounds because he made the commitment and he called Weight Not.
Do you want to know really the real reason I did it?
Why you called Weight Not?
Yeah.
Because they were going
were
to
large?
They were
No.
gonna
They're a
give it to
sponsor?
you for free.
No, because honestly, I did some research. You know that 6 out of every 10 adults in America is obese now. 6 out of 10.
It's bad.
And 300,000 people die every year because of obesity. And if you don't take care of it, you're going to die too.
Right.
And I've got 2 kids. I've got a lot to live for.
A dog?
I've got a dog now. The
Yes,
dog
Linus.
The dog depends on me.
Baby Linus.
So I called Weight Not, did this program, and lost 100 pounds. I've never felt better. And look at me, I'm gorgeous.
You got proactive.
But I got proactive. But you got to take care of this, folks. You're going to get fatter and fatter until you die unless
Yeah.
you do something.
It's time to look better and feel better. Call 855-WAIT-NOT. That's 855-934-4486. Or visit waitnot.com. Weight Not. Show us what you're made of,
Do
ladies and
it.
gentlemen.
Do it.
Okay, it seems to me we are well into this program, and we have not gotten to what we're going to talk
you
about
got to
today.
set the
Scratch the
table, Mike.
surface.
I think that when life throws you a curve, it's important to remember the people that have it worse. Another one, we talked about it at the beginning of the show, but I'm thinking about that today, and I got a solution to all my depression about my ridiculous medical bill, which I have put in the back of my brain.
Good for you. You
I
should.
have put that off to the side. I'm going to let them come and get me.
Yeah.
I'm
Cool.
going to let them come and get me.
Let them sort it out.
Any
and
day
then-
after 12:20, come on by.
But I had a meeting with my friend Bill, who runs the Helping Haitian Angels group for
Right.
the orphans down in Haiti. And what better way to cover my medical expenses than spend $12,000 on a house in Haiti? So what I'm going to do is we're going to have in the next week or so, when we get this organized, we don't do any charity appeals on this show at all.
No.
Right.
And this is the one that I put up on the website. We've had Bill and Debbie come
Some
by.
would say the entire show is a charity appeal.
Yes.
But for us.
But for us. Right. So occasionally I think, I really do believe this. When you're going through something in your own life, the best way to make you feel better is to do something for somebody else.
Agreed.
So, because of my $30,000 in medical bills, I am asking our listeners to build a house in Haiti.
Excellent.
Would it kill you?
It's we're going to do this. We're going to have a
karma.
link. We're going to have a link up on the website in the next couple of weeks, and it will link you to where you're going to see that little total.
Sure.
And I would like the
Hey, can
listeners.
can we do the thing they do in churches with a thermometer?
I'd love to do that.
I love the thermometer.
I was thinking kind of like a hangman thing where you actually build one where
Build
you
the
build
house.
where you have the floor,
Oh, okay.
the 4 walls, and the roof.
A chimney?
And once you get a floor built, then you put
chimney.
the walls up, and
Yeah.
we do it like that.
I like
so we'll have Bill and Debbie come in the next couple of weeks and
Mostly
talk about
Debbie.
this. Debbie, I told Bill he could stay home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bill can stay
that's a good
home. And you know
policy.
what? Bill can listen.
I thought $12,000. They're right now in need of $750,000 to get this facility built
Right.
for all these kids. And they're going to add more children. They're building a school. They're building a church. They're building housing for these kids. It's a beautiful piece of land where I have stood in the middle of this field where
Right.
it's
You
going to
know the
be.
spot.
They have to put, because it's Haiti, they had to put a little chain link fence around it. They're building that now. That's $100,000. I'm asking
Wow.
TMOS listeners to build the TMOS house.
I love it.
Ooh.
And really, I think it's a wonderful opportunity as far as the price point, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun
Can we spell
for
it
our listeners.
Haus?
No.
Mike
we
O'Mara
can't.
House.
Does it always
No.
have to be Germany
What
with
is
you?
it? I just think that's nice. It's classy.
So, just a little tease. I was bitching so much yesterday.
I didn't notice.
And then, I come, because of this situation, and I really, as Carla points out, I get so stressed out. And then I went to lunch with Bill, and suddenly we're talking about these wonderful kids down in Haiti. And I said to myself, you know what? This is what I should be paying attention to.
Sure.
This is the fun part. This
Focus
is
your
what's
energy
good.
on that.
So really cool if we can get. I'd love to get the graphic where we can do the floor,
build a house.
the four walls,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to give you the Mike O'Mara Show listeners a chance to build this house. And let's build it in like 2 weeks.
And really, if every listener just gives $3,000.
You're a funny guy. Yeah, listen. No, I guess I shouldn't say that. I really wanted to say. I really don't want. I'd like it to be a little building block thing,
Right.
But we do have
don't
listeners
spoil
with
his
means
drawing.
Yeah.
that but I'll
it'll
keep
be
you
like
posted.
$5, $10,
And
anything adds up.
it's
Exactly.
a proper donation to a proper charity that will be reflected in your taxes.
So,
So please be generous.
Such
Yes.
a nice thing to do for the kids, and we may have to do the show from there someday.
So the theme of today's show, and I was thinking about this today, with the wonderful note that I got at the beginning of the
Right.
show today, and when I say wonderful, very tragic,
Yes.
but at the same time,
Loving.
the generosity of spirit with someone who wants to share that with us
Right.
and let us know. It's a two-way street, sir, and I
Yeah,
hope it pays,
is for all of
pays
us.
you back. I was thinking about this, and I know I might get some argument from my colleagues,
No.
but we are so soft in this country. We are so soft when
Not right now.
we have the major news story of the day. Really?
Sorry. No.
Well, that's usually your state when you do the show.
Very
right?
excited to be here with all my friends.
So you're so gross.
Glad
We're
you
so
wore sweatpants.
soft. I can't get now. Listen,
Sponsored by Viagra.
I know if I was on this cruise ship in the middle of the Caribbean, I know I'm here to say I am a hypocrite. No one would bitch louder, but at the same time, when I'm listening to the lady that's saying, "We stood in line for 4 hours."
Is this the Today Show?
To get
Yes.
to get hamburgers.
Oh, what about-
And at one point, all we had was a tomato sandwich. And
A
I'm
thin,
like,
Mike.
Yes.
All it was bread. We're essentially eating bread sometimes with a thin slice of tomato.
and we have to sleep on the deck
Yes.
of the
We-
cruise ship. And I know now the one thing I said yesterday, it would freak me out if the thing was listing.
And apparently it has to both sides, which to me makes no sense at all.
Well, it's dead in the water.
Right.
When I've watched enough Deadliest Catch to know that when you don't have power, that causes problems.
The engine stabilized the ship.
They
Okay.
stabilize.
Right.
Movement is almost like an airplane, and
Right.
so I think that's why it
Wow.
does this. At the same time, listening to these people, you're on a cruise. I know it's horrible. I know, but they're covering it as though it's a terrorist situation,
Which it is not.
It's not.
No.
And I know they're waiting in line, but they're getting food, and it just
they have trash cans to poop in.
Here's the only issue I take, and I'm welcoming all ideas. And I know that I'd bitch if it was me. I'd pretend it was like the most horrible thing I've ever gone
You
through.
wouldn't be pretending.
But to call it a nightmare, I'm sorry. Nightmares are what that couple that got tied up
Yeah,
by
exactly.
Dorner
It's
went
perspective.
through. That's a nightmare.
perspective.
Having a pillowcase put over your head, thinking you're going to get shot in the head,
Although
that's a nightmare.
If you're on a boat that smells like poop, I would probably try putting a pillowcase over my head.
Think about this, though.
I just see when I hear it, I feel like we're soft. I really do.
I think it's a bigger picture here. One, I feel like a cruise line, when this happens to people, they shouldn't say, "Hey, we've got you covered,"
Right.
and then say, "And we'll give you a discount on the way back."
Yeah.
They should do everything they can to make those people happy because they've taken time off of
Yeah,
work,
and also-
they've taken time off their lives
You're right.
to leave the country.
You're right. On a vacation level, as far as something going wrong at a vacation, which we've all had those experiences, you're absolutely right. And I think the reason they do it, Oscar, and I I think this is just like CBS. This is just like Walmart. This is big money, and they're cheap.
Here's
they're
what
trying to get by as cheaply as they can.
Go ahead,
Here's
Buzz.
what I don't understand. Not all of their ships are at sea. Yesterday, a ship pulled up to the Triumph, which is the troubled ship, and gave them food. Why couldn't the ship that pulled up have taken some of those people away?
And
Probably
further-
a safety factor.
Why couldn't another ship
And
do that?
further,
It's sea. I think it's the idea of being
maybe.
sea.
and maybe I'm an idiot, but if
You
they
are.
but if they can get food on the
Maybe.
boat, can they not get a proper mechanic on the boat?
I was wondering about
they
that.
have been out there for days. There can't be anything so massively wrong with the boat that it could not be corrected with days of planning and getting a coppering in a guy with a wrench and fix it.
I beg to differ.
Okay.
You see, I watched Master and Commander.
Of course you did. and that's actually the same model of boat.
Well, I actually know that a lot of these ships have to go into dry dock in order to fix them. But I heard it was a fire on the ship, so I'm not sure, and they still smell smoke.
Rob would be the first passenger to say, I've got some WD-40. Let's get this thing going.
Yeah, to get down there and fix it.
Right. Actually, I think if you know me well, what my solution would be, I would take the strongest looking passengers, and I would have a drum, and I'd be saying, stroke! 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 I've seen Ben-Hur. We can get this thing to Mobile by Monday.
So the latest controversy, and it's just fascinating to me on this, and controversy is another word that's used too much in the media.
Maybe strong for this.
But apparently the plan is that they're going to tow the ship to Mobile, Alabama.
Right.
And then they are going to bus the passengers to New Orleans.
They get a choice.
Half of them.
They can go to New Orleans, they can go to Galveston, or they can go to Houston.
Big business.
So
that is horrible.
New Orleans is 2 hours from Mobile.
Okay.
I think.
Close.
Am I right about
roughly.
that?
It's been a long time since I made that
But
drive.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's still. And apparently the mayor of Mobile is going, what are you doing?
Yeah, right.
Why don't you, where the port is
Mobile.
5 minutes away from the airport.
Mobile's not bad.
Why don't you just have them stay here and then fly them back? But apparently they're not doing it.
It may have to do with the flights they're going to take out. They've got charter planes for them to take them out tomorrow morning.
And
So it may have something to do with
they
that.
They sailed out of Texas, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Galveston.
Originally Galveston.
They're going to a place where none of their cars were left.
Right.
So they still have to find a way back to go get their cars.
If it's Galveston, you could fly in. I know he's only got a few of his marbles left, but fly back Glenn Campbell.
That would be great.
Who could sing, I am a lineman for the county.
This is why this is a litigious society. You got to sue the F out of the company.
Yeah.
Because the company's doing stupid things.
Yes.
And I think this mayor of Mobile indicated that when they get to Mobile, they don't know yet that they've got a 2-hour bus ride.
Oh my
to.
God.
And when I get off that ship,
yeah.
I mean, this is me.
Yeah.
I'm renting a car. I'm saying F you,
Yeah.
goodbye.
Right.
See you later. I'm driving, and maybe I'd stop in New Orleans, have a few toddies.
Maybe after a shower.
Are they still pooping in the baggies?
Yes.
Yeah, into their own
apparently
trash cans.
What they're doing is they're lining their vanity trash cans and then they poop in the bag, and then that bag goes into a larger central bag in the hallway.
Yes.
That's the way they're being.
That's how they're doing it.
That's the way they're doing the
But
sanitation.
there are for the entire, and you've not been on a cruise, but it's essentially
I've been on one.
It's like a huge hotel that moves, and they've got, I think.
Do you know I went on the Norway?
Did you really?
I went on the Norway, and I think, God, so many marriages.
Oh.
I think. I'm
How do
serious.
you not know?
Because
that would have to be the first one.
I block. Oh, definitely the first one.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm just thinking, was it a honeymoon?
No,
Might have been a honeymoon.
Really?
It was a vacation. It was the Norway, and I'm talking to a guy, and I tell this guy that I'm a radio personality, and he goes, so for the rest of the ruse, hey, Don Imus. How are you, Don Imus? How's it going, Don Imus? And I'd laugh, and he's like a 75-year-old guy, and he made me laugh. And we're disembarking Miami, and I'm standing next to this guy. He said, so you're Don Imus? I said, no, I'm Mike O'Mara. I do the Don and Mike shows.
Right.
Okay, Don Imus. And so I see him, and on the way back, we see his wife, and we walk over, hey, how you doing? How's your cruise going? Harold passed away.
Oh, God.
And Harold... you don't make it up.
Oh, my God.
You don't make it up. Harold was in the boat. He was in the
Did
ship.
they put him into a larger bag?
and put him in the hallway.
I don't
put him in
know.
the hallway, yeah.
It's a long time ago.
Have there been, you always hear that there's
People buy it on
yeah,
cruise
there's
ships.
occasionally a death on
Because
cruise
the
ship.
elderly, travel on these cruise ships.
Has
and
there
it
been a death?
happens
Has there been a
occasionally.
death on this one?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Well, see,
Not
then
that we know of.
it's a victory.
Isn't Carnival kind of, doesn't that skew younger a little bit?
Could you imagine, because Buzz was just on a cruise, could
Right.
you imagine if he was one of the passengers on this ship?
Oh, my God, it would be horrible.
I mean,
Well,
the
he would go up-
routine is ruined.
If they have a brig, I would be in it.
He'd
Yeah.
go up to the
Yeah.
captain and say, "I was
I'm not against
really planning
cruising.
on going."
I would like to do a Mike O'Mara show cruise. Well, I would like to do that. I truly would.
Well,
but
I bet rates are coming down in the immediate future.
now's the time to ask him, Mark.
Okay.
Strike while the iron's hot.
It's the Mike O'Mara Bring Your Own Baggage cruise.
Where are we?
We're almost done. We got 15.
Yes, Oscar.
The demographics of cruising is actually skewing younger these days.
It's true. All right. More fun by the pool. We'll take a break. Come back with more. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody. This segment of the program brought to you by ScoreBig.com. It's a great time of the year. Give me some more music there, Rob. For live sports, or maybe you want to take someone special to a concert for Valentine's Day. Either way, your first stop is ScoreBig.com. Save up to 60% on the best tickets here and across the country. Every ticket on ScoreBig is below box office price. Stop wasting your money. I walked on it.
That's a hard one because he starts singing before the beat. Stupid Rod Stewart and your album of standards.
How dare he?
Stay With Me is one of my absolute all-time favorite pieces of
Love
music.
it.
Great
No
song.
matter what team or show you want to see, go to scorebig.com and enter the code TMOS to get an extra $15 off on your first order. That's on top of your up to 60% savings. Never pay box office prices again. Go to scorebig.com and use the code TMOS. And you know what I realized that I did wrong,
What?
Oscar?
What?
You know how I was sitting here yesterday, 2 days ago, and I put in the information for ScoreBig?
Yeah.
You know, I said I was going to do that after the show, and I never did it.
Oh.
So I have to do it after the show today to actually put our request
Let
in
us help him remember.
and then see how we do.
Well, you've been
for the Devils
you've been-
game next Thursday.
You've got tickets that you're selling, tickets that you're buying.
Oh,
You know who he is? He
Bad
is
news.
the broker.
today I consider myself. Today is the first day ever in the history of my selling of tickets that I sold my tickets at a loss.
Ow.
Do you know what it takes?
Explain why, though.
Because this is the opening game where they play college teams down in spring training, and this is also so these are the toughest ones to sell traditionally, and because of the going rate and some hump, price this tickets low down there. I am selling these at a loss, and it's very difficult to walk down to the mailbox and really technically give somebody
That
tickets.
hurt a little.
Here's my money.
Here's
However,
my money.
in the grand scheme, all tickets considered, you're still sitting pretty.
I don't know. Anyway, so ScoreBig is what I'm talking about right now. And ScoreBig is going to save us 60% on our tickets to the hockey game next week. And I am looking forward to that. And go to scorebig.com and use our code
Do it.
TMOS. And we thank you in advance. So have we covered the cruise ship debacle?
Yes,
I
and
think
if you're
pretty
ever
much.
if you're ever stranded on a poop boat, Mike, I will email you the song
Poop
"Stay
deck.
with Me,"
I
and that'll
wanna
make
go-
it better.
If we do a cruise,
Yeah,
I want to do a smaller one.
They have smaller ones. They have different sized ships.
like
We
a
can
party,
also do
like a party boat.
we
Like
can-
the minnow.
like a 4-day. We can do a 4-day on a smaller boat.
What could possibly
I'd
go
like
wrong?
it just
Something with pontoons.
We have discussed with Mark Ronick the
pontoons.
idea of perhaps doing a cruise for our listeners, where we would just hang out with you all the time, and then do maybe one live show.
And you know what
when
you'd
we
have
were
to
on the
do?
cruise.
You'd probably have to do like a speaking thing where you talk about the serious business of comedy.
Oh my God!
Impressionist
a
camp.
workshop.
Yeah, they do that.
Impressionist camp.
They do that. They
What
do
I
workshops.
find is you constrict your vocal cords. That allows you to do James Gandolfini.
See?
And then when you combine the constriction of the vocal cords with the New York accent, you are therefore able to do a sizable whatever.
I bet you would be a bigger draw than the guy that does close-up magic.
Oh, God.
I would go to the mimicry at 3 workshop.
Mimicry at 3.
Nice.
Yes.
No, I want to. No, I'm hanging on the boat. I'm hanging on the boat by the pool.
And Hall B.
And now here's Mike's PowerPoint presentation on James Garner.
You know what? At 9:30, I would be more than happy every night to have a drinking workshop.
That'd be great.
We'll have a drinking
You
workshop.
wait till 9:30 for that.
If they were just workshops.
Congratulations go out to Steve Martin, who fathered a baby. He's 64, I believe.
Yeah,
and
and I
he's-
thought he was older.
He's having a kidling. Is it
that's
67?
No,
67 sounds correct.
60
I saw that
something, I don't
story.
remember.
But still,
Hey.
probably too
67.
old. He's been graying for
And
years.
Tom Brokaw, now a grandfather at 73.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
grandfather doesn't count.
Yeah, wouldn't he be a grandfather?
Steve Martin becomes a
Until it's
father for
you.
the first time at 67 years of
67,
age.
Look
Yes.
at him.
I don't feel so bad.
Wild. He's a wild and crazy dad.
Yeah, but But Steve Martin, while you're a celebrity in your own right,
I won't be
What are
able
you
to.
saying, Oscar?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. You're talking about his money.
I'm just saying.
You're talking about his money.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Do you
And
think
this
he
is the
needed-
domain of the wealthy man.
Yes.
Do you think he used his money to allow the pregnancy to happen?
Well, I think you can afford a younger womb with that type of money.
A younger
Well,
womb.
I mean, you're talking about the May-December romance.
Yeah.
That's cool, too.
There's nothing wrong with it.
There she
if you
is.
can afford
But
it.
Mike did it all natural.
Yes.
He didn't
The
use
star's
crazy
wife,
doctors.
Anne Stringfeld, is 41. Looks a little bit like Tina Fey.
Oh,
Yes, she does.
Right?
But see, Mike's okay because he's gonna be rich.
Yes.
Again.
And
soon.
Anne Stringfeld.
Right.
Anne Stringfeld comes up and says,
She's
Steve,
a former staffer and writer for the New Yorker magazine.
we're
So
going
she's-
to have a baby.
She's a bright lady.
Yes.
Rob cannot get by the name.
He wore his brown shirt today.
The couple were apparently spotted near their L.A. home with the child. Well, does that mean he's a father?
Already?
If they've seen the child. Yeah.
Martin was previously married. Spokesman confirmed on Wednesday that the couple are new parents and recently welcomed a child. So that's not saying whether he
Oh,
planted the seed.
Maybe he boned Bernadette Peters, and she carried the
See,
child.
God, boy, if you're good at it, you can protect your private life.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he's
Clearly
very private.
You know,
And-
he's noted he doesn't even do autographs. He carries cards that say, I have met Steve Martin. And if you approach
right.
Steve Martin, he just gives you a card
love
that
one of those.
certifies it. You can print it
Yeah.
up at Vistaprint.
An unidentified source said
Nice plug.
they've had a baby and how they kept it a secret, nobody knows.
Wow, that's
He said they're
impressive.
thrilled. They worked hard to have a baby.
Whoa.
Martin has played a father, but whilst promoting Cheaper by the Dozen, a film about a family, he said, "I played father so many times. It's like being
He'd be a great
one."
father.
I don't think he would.
All right, so
If he was just like the jerk for one day,
Yeah, I mean, but you're not going to get Naven Johnson.
but don't you agree that Steve Martin is definitely the serious business of comedy guy?
And
He's
worse
very
when
than
he
ever.
became like more into his banjo music and like talking about, and I think his movies, I think 50% of his movies are just complete
well, they're kids'
crap.
movies.
Yeah.
Roxanne's still one of my favorites.
It's not a kid's movie.
Parenthood.
Yeah,
I
that's
watched
an
as
adult movie.
I watched as a little kid with my parents.
That was a good movie, but he's doing the Pink Panther
When
movies.
he did the Pink Panther,
Yeah.
and he had that opinion of himself, that pissed me off.
Yeah, he used to be genuinely funny.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but Mark actually just touched on something. I would watch rated R movies as a child, so in my eyes, they're kids' movies.
Right.
But my parents are just so foreign that whatever they picked up at Earl's Video, they'd have. I watched Police Academy 1, and 2 when I was a little kid.
I watched those movies
Yeah.
too as a kid, but they weren't really made for kids. A
No.
kids movie
Kind
is
of, though.
like it's like Monsters
Yeah,
Inc.
my parents wouldn't get kids' movies.
Right.
They just get
I
what they
see.
wanted.
Right.
and
I
send
like
it for on
Parenthood
TV.
because it was Keanu Reeves at his Keanuiest.
That was that maybe his first.
And it's like, you need a license to drive a car. They'll let any a-hole be a father.
That's
Be
right.
a parent. You know?
So true, though.
And then it's a great Rick Moranis in that movie. And it's really Steve Martin's, I think maybe his last really funny role.
Could be.
I
When
loved
you're
him.
sliding into home, diarrhea. Diarrhea. That was funny.
I loved him in L.A. Story, which was kind of a serial comic type movie.
Weren't they right around the same time?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
the guy who talks, he's the weatherman who talks to the billboard. I love that story.
Yeah.
The
and-
Jerk, The Man with Two Brains, also great. And I like Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid, which was a homage to the. Hello, anybody?
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Oh, that's another
I
good
did
one.
not like Dead Men Don't Wear.
Really?
I didn't either so much.
Like that.
If you appreciated film noir, perhaps.
I didn't like Roxanne.
Oh,
It's not
I
that
love
great.
Roxanne.
I'm not a fan of Steve Martin. You know that. That's documented
This-
from a
this
long
I
time
know.
ago.
This I know.
But I liked him way back when he had the King Tut stuff. I like that.
I haven't seen a lot of shows. I haven't been, I just haven't taken advantage of it. But I was lucky enough to see Steve Martin in concert when he was doing the arrow in the head. Oh,
really?
I can't believe
that's
that I
like
get
70
paid for doing this.
That's
like
the hottest-
75 or 6,
yeah.
right?
Oh man, it was great.
Was it cold?
Well, a little.
That was when no comedian was hotter. You had George Carlin, you had Bill Cosby,
Right.
and you had Steve Martin.
And he was like a rock star comic.
And not in that order
Yes.
necessarily, but I mean, Steve Martin was really on an island unto himself,
Yes,
where
he
you're
was.
talking about every now and then a comedian comes along.
Unique.
I give you it's a short list.
Yep.
There's Richard Pryor. There's Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
There's Steve Martin. There's George Carlin.
Dice for about 20
Yeah.
minutes.
For about 20 minutes, but Dice was
Borderline, I don't
so
know.
he was so brief.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
He doesn't fit with the others in my
I don't
opinion.
think even
Yeah.
Sam Kinison would fit into that.
No,
category.
I guess
Sadly,
you're-
no, although I loved Sam Kinison.
You're talking about comedians that can fill a stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's very, very unusual. It doesn't happen very often. Certainly doesn't happen anymore. We've got more stand-ups than we've ever had, but we don't have any mega superstars
Quality
that are
ones, yeah.
filling stadiums anymore.
Dice Man.
Do you know that Steve Martin got his start doing street magic at Disney.
Really?
That was
I
how
think
he
that's
began.
right.
Yeah.
I heard that.
And in his day, he was great. But anyway, congratulations to him. 67. I'd like to find out more information, whether they really had the baby
That's
or whether
true.
they
Or
adopted or something.
bought it.
Maybe
Not
he
that it matters.
Maybe he carried it.
Made you feel better about yourself.
Well, it just
right?
matters to me.
Yeah.
You know, it matters to a guy that
course.
did it himself, at
Of
least
course.
allegedly.
Yeah. Well, no.
Well, if the baby
Well-
comes out and the baby's Haitian, I'll know that I've got a problem.
I don't know that that's a
Well,
problem.
I wouldn't
That's
call it a problem.
It's a blessing.
Yes.
Well, it'll be a problem for me if I'm not the father.
You will love it as your own, Mike.
That's right.
Yes.
I want you to go back home to Greenbow, Alabama. I watched so many damn movies.
What
last
if he
night.
has like a French accent, but he's white?
I had.
I am very hungry. It is time to give me my bubble.
For those of you that know, I do. I have been retroing on my Facebook page, and last night a very limited thread about Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes.
But funny, you know, because I don't have to be reminded that is so 2004. Thank you
no,
very
right,
much.
yeah.
I am aware that
Time
I did
machine.
this, you know, and so last night, this is 12 hours ago, near Manassas. It's where I live. It's not near Manassas. It's in Manassas.
That's right.
My thread, Rob, you'll appreciate this.
Good.
I'm so glad I didn't vote for Summer.
I so truly applaud that. That is a perfect
That's smart.
thread-starting
Isn't it?
comment.
And
because there's a lot of people that have no idea what
Right,
you're talking
right.
about,
In
but those
2006.
that get it are going to love it.
All right, now the first two people, Trip, I love you, and Trip, you're first, because I think Trip Affleck has a computer like attached to his right nut.
He does.
I mean, he is never away from the computer.
He's actually
because
powered by his
He's
right
usually.
nut.
Does he? Is he ever not online?
No.
No.
Is he ever like not responding to somebody first?
No, he's
on
always
Facebook?
right there.
So Trip writes, Autumn has bigger boobs, and
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry that is a violation. That does not count. Then another guy writes Queen, and I'm like, no, you're missing
Well,
the
they're talking
thread.
about Trip.
Right.
Right. And then finally, it takes me three people to get the guy that gets it. And
Who is it?
Eric writes, Eric Edward Davis writes, Pedro was the right choice or something. I write agreed because, you know, you goose a thread a little bit.
yeah.
Got to.
You want to make
Absolutely.
sure that they know you're paying attention, and I appreciated it like that. And then another guy writes, Mike, welcome to 2004. I don't need that. I don't need 2004.
It's like you're
I
not
don't-
allowed to like older movies.
Yeah, it's
not
But then he
that
writes
old.
Mike, welcome to 2004. God. And here's the one I didn't get. Also, your mom goes to college. Is that from Napoleon Dynamite?
No, I don't
Don't
think
recognize
so.
the line.
So,
No,
Says
because
your
there's
mom.
really no mom in the movie.
so
There's
we
the
don't have
aunt
any
or the
connection.
grandma.
We don't have any connection to
Not that
to
we
that.
know
No.
of.
I might have to revisit my friendship with him.
Yeah. You know what, Mike? I'm going to throw down this gauntlet. Unfriend him right now.
No.
Yeah, do it.
Maybe what if it was a deep line from the movie? That
Yeah,
no,
what if-
It
that-
is.
So
It
but
is from the movie.
Oh, you saved him.
It
You were
is.
going to execute him, and Mark saved him.
But you know what? We both love the movie. If we don't know the line, how valid is it? Unfriend him.
No, you can't.
If you
That is
Google
not-
it, there are tons of pages with this on
He
there.
wore the
so-
brown shirt.
That is an unfair. Rob, Rob.
How dare you?
Rob,
Just know this: there is no feeling quite as satisfying as when you unfriend somebody.
Rob is the executioner.
As a matter of fact, there's a Facebook page that's called "Your Mom Goes to College."
That's how popular it is.
Then you know what? That he out-hipped me
Yeah,
on this.
he, all of us.
Yeah,
Maybe
out-hipped me.
maybe he should
a thread about a 2004 movie.
Then maybe he should unfriend you.
I am. I'm watching it now in its entirety for the second time in a week. I am that obsessed with
It's
this
delightful.
movie.
It's so
good.
It just makes me. So then we go on.
You know what
to-
I don't understand in the
What's
movie?
that?
Maybe, and I want your thoughts on this. I always thought there must be some deeper meaning to Pedro shaving his head, but I don't think there is. He just says it's starting to feel so hot.
I'm
And so-
thinking head lice.
Do you think? But no, but it's never mentioned. It's
So-
just the utter
That's
heat.
the fun of it,
Yeah.
So Chris Berriger writes fall. That's not.
No.
I think he
That's-
meant to write
Maybe
fail.
you meant to write fail.
No, I think he meant to write because it's
'Cause
spring,
summer.
summer, fall.
Oh,
So I'm
yeah,
giving
that
him the
is
buzzer
bad.
on that.
That is
Bud
bad.
Smith writes, vote for Pedro. Robert Dunn. I'm voting for Pedro Sanchez.
Now that's excellent.
Gosh. And then they finally take off.
Right.
And then now I'm becoming amused here with my lips hurt real bad. Tina, eat the food.
You fat lard.
And then then we get Chris Spangle.
That's so great.
Who votes? I voted for Winter.
unfriend him.
I'm sorry, that's gone.
Especially after all that you've been through, he must go, and he must go today.
Sorry,
He was
Chris.
trying.
As a matter of fact, let's all unfriend him.
Where's he from? He's from Greenwood, Indiana. Bye.
Bye.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was nice.
Rob, I'm doing it.
Wasn't it nice?
Why is that a disqualifier?
Yeah. What?
Why is that a disqualifier?
Indiana.
Because it is.
Do you not
Because he
recall
said
that,
so.
that Mike dislikes Indiana?
Well, that's true.
But he hates Ohio.
Well, yeah. Well, God, thank
No,
Christ.
I liked Ohio better than.
Oh, I thought you hated Ohio.
Maybe
the,
I hate both of
the
them.
highway system.
Not
Oh,
a big
I'm
fan
not
of the entire Midwest.
All right. Oh, no.
Hi, KCJJ.
Oh, except them. They're great.
Absolutely. I have to go back to my thread now.
Maybe you can do the back button.
You know, Facebook makes it really hard to like navigate.
Yeah,
It's a
that
time-
interweb, it's so complicated.
No,
Timeless
it's just
movie.
you shouldn't have to go through all this. You should just
Yeah.
you unfriend somebody and then you go back. That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
You should be
so
able to do it right from where you are.
I am doing it right from where I am.
Just use a magic marker.
All right, my lips hurt real bad. Eat the food, Tina.
I love that.
Chris is out of there. I voted for winner.
What an ass.
Don't be jealous that I have been chatting with hot chicks all day.
Oh, Kip.
I caught you a delicious bath. I'm not giving names now. It's a sledgehammer. Pedro will make all your wildest dreams come true. I'd vote for you. You have a sweet bike, and you're really good at hooking up with chicks. Plus, you're like the only guy at school who has a mustache. See, are you getting it? I mean, this movie holds up better
It's a
than
timeless
most.
movie.
It
I
really
think it
is.
is.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm pretty good with a bow staff. I will build her a cake or something.
That's my favorite.
Do the chickens have large talons? Pedro offers you his protection. Summer Sanders. That was my favorite
that's a
one.
good one. You know, last
Summer
names are
Sanders.
funny. Last names are funny in that thread.
It took me like 3 hours to finish the shading on your upper lip. It's probably the best drawing I've ever done. I don't know why I'm so... Now I know when it first came out why my kids were so obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Because it just
It
does
took me a
that.
while to learn to love the movie.
It took me about 3
Yeah,
viewings.
because everybody
Yeah.
was so obsessed with it. I said, this sucks.
And I think one of the
Now
reasons
I
that
like
we
it.
were slow to like it, Mike, is that Beth Ann loved it.
The liger is pretty much my favorite animal. It's bred for its skills and magic. Back in '82, I used to be able to throw a pigskin a quarter mile. That's Uncle Rico.
Love Uncle Rico.
Can you bring me some chapstick? I am confused. How much you want to bet I can throw a football over them mountains? I just had to share this thread today. What is lucky?
Oh,
because that's the second one I got.
He says, lucky. If something really good happens to someone, it's like, hey, like I had a really great Facebook thread last night. Lucky.
I remember
Speaking for women around the world, I don't want a glitter Bonnie Bell dispenser in the bathrooms. I don't remember that one.
Too obscure. Unfriend them.
No, I'm not
Rob.
doing that. All right. And then Dan Reeves writes,
Give me
mouth
something to
noise.
root for.
Pedro will make all your dreams come true. There's our thread.
That's excellent.
It was only like a 30-person thread, and I want to thank everybody that participated in that. It was terrific. Here we are with movie reviews again. Damn it.
Can we do it?
Yeah.
Quick.
Identity theft.
And this is the Jason Bateman, Melissa McCarthy movie.
Yeah, saw that last weekend. Identity theft, wonderful acting. Jason Bateman doing what he always does.
I like
the
him.
same character where he's the cool, kind of goofy guy.
Is he able to rise above the script?
No, it's the same Jason Bateman
He
character.
plays himself.
So he's played himself in every movie he's ever done. And then we have Melissa McCarthy, who really is fabulously funny. But unfortunately, a comedy needs a script, and a script that's got gags. And I thought the movie fell well short of that.
Oh, dear.
There's a lot of that movie where, man, they had potential.
It's all about
And
the writing.
They seem to go into this story thing, and I've said before, a comedy should be a series of gags that you remember.
That's right.
Like Something About Mary, and they don't do that. And so that's where the movie suffered. In fact, you're just watching kind of a long chase movie, and it's just not good.
No good.
And boy, it could have been. It could have been so funny, but they had to add too much. It's like they get insecure on the gags. And I mean, if we sat in, I really almost think if we sat in a room and we just wrote a series of stupid things that would happen to people.
Right.
That's what a comedy movie is. And then you throw a great actress like Melissa McCarthy in there, you might have something. But I think Rotten Tomatoes was about 28%, and
Wow.
I don't disagree with anything about it.
And yet you said
I
there
wouldn't go
was,
see it. Say, wait till it comes out. It comes out on
Thank you
cable.
for that.
and you said there was
It's like consumers.
some stupid couple that was loving it there.
Oh, good. Lady down, like 2 rows in front of me, a little bit over to the right. It's just like, duh!
This is why the rest of the world hates us.
Exactly. And the other movie I saw was The Impossible, which was the story about the tsunami that
Yeah.
happened.
Oh,
And it's with what's her name?
That's the one where the white people escape, leaving the brown people behind for the
And Buzz, you're absolutely right. I mean, it's really it's got Ewan McGregor in it, and the blonde lady.
She was in
who's
King
a friend
Kong.
of Nicole Kidman, and her name I am blocking on.
She
her
was
name
in King
because
Kong.
she's not memorable.
Yep.
That's why, and she will never be memorable, and that's why. And I like her, and she's not memorable.
Is it Naomi?
It's Naomi Watts.
Yeah.
Naomi Watts. Thank
No
you very
Fay
much.
Ray.
And it just
No one is.
look, not a bad story.
Well.
Certainly compelling. Great special effects. Really amazing. You know the outcome. Most people before they go into the theater.
Right.
But I couldn't help thinking at the end that this is the story about people that kind of made it, and they are going back to their wonderful lives as a doctor and a financier. And I thought it was kind of
like a bad cruise.
So you know what?
left a bad taste in my mouth. God,
It's not lucky. You're not giving it a thumbs down, but is the thumb to the side?
So pass.
No, I think you would enjoy that movie if you went to see it. The acting's
Mild
good,
thumbs up.
special effects are amazing, and it's a compelling story.
Okay.
But it's a compelling story that my one daughter liked, and my other daughter and I were kind of making her mad because we're like, they don't have it too rough.
Very average.
But they really did have it.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. We'll take a break. Come back with the Audio Vault and the top 10 surprising facts about Valentine's Day.
Oh, good.
This is the Mike O'Mara Show. What are you playing there?
This is Valentine Day from the Paul McCartney album, Paul McCartney.
It's a righteous jam, man.
It's just, for the day.
Deep cut, right?
Never charted.
Barely recorded.
I can understand why.
It's not a single, man.
What's he just? Is he strumming away? Is that him playing?
Yeah. Every instrument, I believe.
Really? Oh, really?
I think so, because it's McCartney. I think he was the only one who played on
How
it.
gay are you for Paul McCartney?
Pretty gay.
Wow.
Yeah.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Warby Parker. Stop paying iPhone prices for prescription eyeglasses. Get better looking glasses for. They got all the stuff you need on your glasses with the polycarbonate lenses, the reflection coatings, anti-glare, anti-reflection. You can try up to 5 pairs. Very, very simple. You go to warbyparker.com. You pick out on their website 5 pairs that you think might look good on you.
Sure.
Then they send them to you, and you get to try them on. When you pick out the pair you want, you send the rest of them back, and you get an amazing deal. $95. That's what glasses start at from Warby Parker. Select your 5 favorites. You try them. Give the rest back. Free shipping. We've all ordered glasses and sunglasses from Warby Parker. You should too. Details at warbyparker.com and use the code TMOS to get fast and, more importantly, free shipping.
Do
so
it.
It's
before
great.
we get to the Audio Vault, 10 quick facts on Valentine's Day. Thought these were interesting. Hate these lists normally, but occasionally, when it's the day,
Sure,
I
day
think
of.
we have to have some trite BS bit on 10. Number 10, women spend half as much as men. Did you know that?
That sounds about right.
So true.
Number 9, condom sales are highest on Valentine's Day.
I wonder if that's true.
March and pregnancy tests go hand in hand. An interesting fact seems to follow naturally from number 9. Statistically, at-home pregnancy test sales reach their zenith in the month following Valentine's
I believe
Day.
that.
Well, now, do any of the 3 fathers in the room, anyone have a kid born in November?
No.
Okay, so no Valentine's babies.
There, so it's a BS fact.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you, Rob. Number 7, florists. Here's something we all didn't know. Florists make a killing around Valentine's Day.
Wait,
Duh.
what?
Yeah, come on, give me a break.
Wow.
6, millions purchase Valentines for their pets.
I can see
I've
that.
heard this.
No way.
No.
Rob?
No, not yet.
Although I did get a text this morning driving in from Melissa, and she said, "Oh, I forgot to get Lucy a Valentine."
Well, that's kids. That's all right with kids.
I'd have to ask Carla and double check and see if she has ever purchased the dogs. I
I'm
hope
sure.
not.
Did
they
Melissa-
have-
Not based on today with the tributes that he left us.
Did Melissa send you a Valentine?
No, not yet.
Okay, maybe later.
I've never done it, although I was thinking about giving Frankie chocolates today.
Wow. Okay. Okay, moving on.
These are fun facts, Mike. Let's get
Number
back to the
5,
list.
women don't need men on Valentine's Day. If you've ever seen women complaining on Valentine's Day, if you've ever seen women comparing Valentine's bouquets at the office,
And they do.
you know that size does matter.
It
However,
does.
as far as many women are concerned, anything is better than nothing.
Right.
Surprisingly, as much as 15% of American women send themselves roses on February 14th.
Wow, that's
I think
sad.
that's pathetic.
You shifty bitch.
To save.
Whoa! Unfriend them.
to save face in front of their judging coworkers. Face. Let me see. Number 4, romance is only a tiny part of Valentine's Day. Why do they say that? Although it may seem like the greeting card industry relies on the promise of sex for much of its sales, romantic encounters have nothing to do with the majority of their profits. Statistically, most Valentine money is spent on teachers, followed by children, moms, and finally wives and girlfriends.
That makes
Teachers.
sense.
Number 3, women prefer cards to flowers. Did you know that?
I did not know.
I don't buy that.
I did
don't
not
buy
know
that.
That's what it says.
I read a survey that said it listed the top things that women like to get, and candy and flowers, believe it or not, were near the top of that list.
Says when it comes to Valentine's Day, women are relatively miserly compared to their free-spending husbands and boyfriends. However, they do appear to rank higher in sentimentality. Of the billion Valentines purchased every year, females are responsible for over 80% of all sales. But that does not justify the prefer cards to flowers thing.
No.
And number 2, flowers are man's best friend. While women prefer to express their romantic feelings through a carefully selected greeting card, men seem to prefer the traditional means of flowers.
There you are.
Husbands and boyfriends buy over 70% of all the flowers bought on Valentine's Day each year. And number 1, in Japan, men receive more Valentines.
Really?
Yeah.
Great.
Fantastic.
There you go.
That'd be sweet.
Just as mega jeweler De Beers used clever marketing to cultivate the traditional presentation of a diamond as an engagement present in the U.S., Japanese companies have forged a similar campaign to encourage spending on Valentine's Day, except their marketing ploy is aimed at women.
How about
Thanks
that?
to a powerful campaign by the Japanese chocolate industry, Japan's women are now traditionally expected to purchase chocolate for their men every Valentine's Day.
Is there anything
Which is
better?
fantastic. That was cool, wasn't that? I mean, that was kind of worthwhile, I thought.
Is there anything better than Japanese chocolate?
I enjoy it.
I might have a tip in.
Really?
And that is that the Valentine heart, is shaped nothing like the human heart.
Right.
And the theory now is that the Valentine heart got its shape from a woman's ass.
That is a tip in.
I like that.
I like that. Thank you, Buzz.
Now, you mentioned just a moment ago that I'm gay for Paul McCartney.
I'm still getting over Buzz's tip in.
I love it. I love it. And now,
This year, send her her own ass.
do you remember?
Your sweet ass bouquet.
Do you remember the last time you accused me of having an audio vault fail? Mm-hmm. It was when I played you a song that had been converted from a minor key to a major key. I think it was "Smells Like Teen Spirit."
Yes.
That's right.
And it might have been the REM song.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
it was REM.
It was REM. And it made it
no,
happy.
you know what it was?
What?
No, it was I Don't Care.
But I think
right.
I want you to hear this because here it is going the other way. They've taken a song
This'll be
and
better.
put it in minor, and it makes it sad. It's the song "Hey Jude," and this I think you will appreciate.
I'm ready to
this.
believe you.
Okay.
Hey Jude, don't make it bad.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart.
Sounds like a funeral.
Then you can start to make it better.
So they've bent the pitch into a minor key.
Yeah.
And why is this cool?
It's cool because you're taking a song that is one of the most familiar songs in the history of Top 40 and changing it in a way that Oscar doesn't understand.
And who sings this?
This is sung by the Beatles.
Who's singing the lead?
Lead vocal? Paul McCartney.
Thank you.
Good night.
Very good.
America.
More Paul coming up.
No one can slow a show down like Paul McCartney. That's a joke. That's a joke. I'm saying that to
Actually-
hurt you. I'm saying that to hurt you.
I can.
But look what he's wearing. He's wearing his Beatles T-shirt today. He's playing it. What is there something? Is there something going
No.
on
Is it
today?
his birthday?
You know what? Just the stars are aligned. It's magic.
Amazing.
It's magic.
Yeah, well, something's out of whack.
All right,
It's me
friends.
throwing light bulbs at Rob's forehead.
Now here's something you're gonna really. This will ruin This will ruin your sex drive, Mike.
Okay.
Do you know who loves to sext?
Who?
Fran Drescher.
Oh, hi, Buzz.
Because no one wants to talk
Look
to
at
her
that.
on the phone.
I take a
Yeah.
picture of
You
my
know what? Actually, that might be
vajayjay.
the solution. Right?
I like to sext.
You do?
Absolutely.
How far will you go? Do you sext the side or the pictures of
Oh,
the...
no pictures. Never anything like that. I'm a good girl, I am.
Yuck.
Is that Billy Bush doing the interview?
Yes, it is.
How far do you go? You take a picture of the side. He's got a little DJ in him.
Hey,
Yeah.
take a picture of your Valentine ass.
Do you take a picture? Hey, I'm Billy Bush. Incredible. I got a gold-plated thing.
Now, have you heard the rumor that maybe the police actually started the fire in the Dorner cabin?
Yes.
Well,
I have heard that.
I think that the rumor is what's tough about this is that you can easily start a fire by sending the ordnance in that they
smoke
send
bomb.
in.
The tear gas.
I don't think they specifically wanted to burn him out.
Let's hear what the police scanner said, and it's mysterious. To
All right.
me.
All right, Steve, we're gonna go forward with the plan with the burner.
We're going to go forward with the plan with the burner.
Wow.
Want it like we talked about.
Isn't that weird?
We want to go forward with the burn.
Couldn't that be just a code name for
Could be.
the gas?
Could be a lot of things.
Could be.
But it sure sounds a little suspicious.
They had two. From what I saw in the detail, I read a story late last night that they had two ordnance that went in.
Right.
One was
It was cold tear gas.
Yeah, it was cold tear gas, and the second one was kind of like a flash grenade, flash bomb.
And both, the flash grenade can definitely cause a fire.
Yeah, but I don't know enough about that, and I don't know if they're actual flash grenades. But
I don't either. I found it interesting.
I think you'll get a clarification on that. They won't be able to.
They've
avoid
already
that.
denied it. They've already denied it. They say that the fire could have been caused or at least accelerated by the second round of grenades.
This is the thing. If he was a like stone cold killer,
Right.
this is what
Yeah.
I'm always
Right.
going to have a question about.
Right.
The people that he actually had contact with before this happened. He stopped and said, "I don't want to hurt you. I just want to clear my name."
Yeah, and speaking of those people, this
He didn't
is
kill them.
This
But
is
he
my
did
nominee.
kill the family of
He did
the
kill
other
4
guy
people,
in cold blood.
Speaking of the Dorner hostages, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go a couple extra seconds here, Buzz. They get my nominee for press conference of the week.
Okay.
For a couple that's been married so long that they talk simultaneously and say the same things. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Barb and Chuck Moody.
Did at any time he talk to you about why he was doing what he was doing?
Yes,
He had
wanted to
said,
clear his
"I
name."
just
He
want to
said
clear
that
my name."
quite a few times. He said
That-
he said, "I don't have a problem with you. I just want to clear my name."
What kind of car did he take?
It was a 2011 Nissan Rogue.
And he wrecked it.
Wow.
Well, we
Well,
don't
you've heard,
really,
we
no,
don't
we
know.
haven't really been told what's happened to it
Have you
yet.
talked to the sheriff's department?
Oh, yes, all day
All the
yesterday.
time?
That's Barb and Chuck Moody.
That
Mike.
is fantastic.
I love that. Obviously not very well rehearsed and prepped. And it is Valentine's Day, and if you haven't yet chosen your gift for your loved one, there are deals to be had that you can have right now.
Here's a little fun fact for you. This Valentine's Day, White Castle restaurants are going to offer a discount to couples who dine there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's no better way to tell a woman you love her than to pay even less at a White Castle.
And that, Mike, that is your Magic Audio Vault.
Thank you, Rob. We'll take a break, come back with Buzz and news. This is the Mike O'Mara Show.
Valentine, sweet comic Valentine.
Oh, man. Let's turn the lights down low, shall we, boys?
Hold me, Mike, hold me.
Isn't this spectacular?
Settle down, Earl.
Without further ado, let's get right to it. We're running late. Here he is, Buzz, with the news. Take it away, Buzz.
It's going to be fine.
Yes.
The news today is brought to you by Encore Insurance Services, LLC. Those are the folks who bring you this show every weeknight on 102.9 FM WTNT here in Washington. Oscar Santana had a great experience with Encore. They hooked you up.
Love them.
For a free life insurance quote for yourself, simply visit the website smartterm.com. That's one word, smartterm.com, or call 866-347-5748. They do all the work, compare the rates, help you save, license and disclaimer info at smartterm.com. Let them know, please, that you appreciate them supporting this show as much as we do. Encore Insurance Services. Well, it's Valentine's Day. We all know what that means.
Amen.
So let's make the lead
Or
story.
amen.
Let's make the lead story about
Oh,
love.
man.
Let's make the lead story about love.
You know, you had a little Marco Rubio moment there, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I did. Let me lean out of frame for a minute.
By the way, every talk show host last night did a Rubio gag, but I give it to Letterman because he put
I give it to Jon Stewart.
Really?
Oh, 100%.
But Letterman went down and grabbed a bottle of Jack. It was great.
Jon Stewart, when he grabs this, I wrote on my Facebook page today, a lot of comedians seize on this, but, Jon Stewart just seems to have more fun with it than anything else. And
what did he do?
He edited together the amount of time. I didn't realize that not only did he have the dry mouth, but that he was wiping his face, and he was twitchy and nervous for the entire time. And he also did a retrospective on Bobby Jindal, the governor of Louisiana, where he went back and looked at that, and it was just fracturing. It's on Mike O'Mara's Facebook page.
The Mike O'Mara has a great Facebook page.
He's a good person.
Yeah, and
Good
now
guy.
back.
Hey, Mike O'Mara don't play that way.
Hey, back to Mike O'Mara's show.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys. A new survey shows that a lot of us,
You said it.
a lot of us think that watching a romantic comedy tonight will lead to sex. 41% of women believe that.
Lucky.
And amusingly, So do 73% of men. Another survey shows that people are approximately twice as likely to get engaged on this day as any other day of the year.
Don't do it!
But a Facebook study shows that 1 in 10 romantic relationships will end today.
Oh, really?
Maybe that's because yesterday was Mistress Day, the cheatinest day of the year.
Hello.
For
Hey,
many...
babe. Hold on, my phone was
Sorry,
vibrating.
I didn't know you had a
How you
call.
doing? Yeah, we've got the reservations at 5:30. You can't go because you're going with your boyfriend? Okay. We'll do it another time. Bye-bye.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Now,
that was my wife.
For many, I thought perhaps.
She's great.
For many, there's nothing so romantic as a cruise until sewage starts leaking into your stateroom. That crippled Carnival cruise ship was expected to pull into port in Mobile, Alabama this afternoon. Carnival now says 23 of the restrooms are working, although we've heard reports of food hoarding by the passengers.
That would be me.
Despite the food delivery yesterday from another cruise ship, which then sailed away, leaving passengers still stranded on the Carnival Triumph. The passengers escaping that hell cruise today will be given a choice of staying in Houston, Galveston, or New Orleans before flying home on chartered planes tomorrow.
Why don't they just give them breadfruit? I'm sure that's a Mutiny on the Bounty joke.
You know what's going to be really bad is even when they dock, it still takes like 4 hours to disembark.
Yeah, it does.
And
Yeah, this is where they got to bend those little rules.
Yeah, I think they do.
Like customs and all
Well,
that.
do you want
crap.
your luggage or not, sir?
You know what? I would get a rental car.
Do you want your poop-filled luggage?
I seriously.
You got to take it with you.
I'm not going to be a total hypocrite. I will admit that I would be handling it badly.
Yeah.
But I would be saying to Carl at this point, I don't care.
Yeah.
They can have my clothes.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Oh,
We
sure.
can get new toiletries, get that carry-on, and get the hell off this boat. Go right to the rent-a-car place and say, screw you, Carnival.
Leave the dogs behind.
Yeah.
Carnival has now canceled the next dozen scheduled cruises of the troubled Triumph.
I will commit this. I will commit to this. When we do the Mike O'Mara Show cruise,
Yes.
we will not have those problems.
Good.
Oh, I'm sure we won't.
Attaboy, Mike.
Thank you. And free burgers.
Yay.
Whoa.
And a thin slice of tomato.
Thank you.
Congress doesn't agree on much these days, but it may have a compromise plan to put the U.S. Postal Service back on solid ground. The USPS is billions into red ink and was working a way to save a couple billion by ending Saturday delivery. A lot of people, businesses, letter carriers, and lawmakers don't like that idea, and that led to a Capitol Hill scramble to turn things around. We were kind of okay with it when it seemed like just a clever prank, but it now appears the fake zombie alert in Montana yesterday was the work of overseas hackers. That's what state officials, the FBI, and the FCC have theorized, and it wasn't just Montana. Zombie-related false alarms on the emergency alert system have now gone up in Montana, New Mexico, Utah, California, and Michigan in the past few days.
Do they know where it originates from?
They have. They're only saying overseas right now. They may know and just not said yet. I don't
Ireland.
know.
Definitely Ireland.
Hey!
No, but you know what? I'm sick of all the zombie stuff. They do The Walking Dead, and that's a great show, and everyone loves it.
And
But
there are a lot
guess
of
what?
zombie movies out now.
Guess what? Not funny, not good. Don't care. Stop
Zombies?
with zombies. If you're
Yeah.
going to terrorize us, don't use zombies. Use something I like.
Hello, Nigel. Let's play a trick on those stupid Americans.
What will we do?
We're going to make a zombie warning, and that'll scare the crap out of them.
Oh, it's a great idea.
Should the guys who sit in front of video screens operating our drone aircraft get medals for their warfare skills? Should that medal outrank the long-standing Bronze Star? It's been proposed by the Pentagon.
I think they should get Xbox points.
No.
I just think when
It's
you're
not the same.
When you're in a
You're serving your country, but
and when you're in the cockpit of an aircraft, you're risking
physically
your life.
risking your life,
When
yeah.
you're sitting at a computer screen, you're not
it
not
takes
risking your
talent,
life. Yeah.
but you're being trained for
Like
it.
carpal tunnel syndrome.
A tale of, and warm diet Mountain Dew.
And the Purple Heart for carpal tunnel.
A tale of two states, if you will, side by side, but they couldn't be any more different. In Denver yesterday, there was the strong smell of marijuana in the Senate chamber. Colorado's Senate president on record asking, "Do you smell marijuana in here, or is it just me?" And then he asked the sergeant at arms to, quote, "Please douse all doobies in the area." The giggling that followed may or may not have been from a contact high.
Wow.
Meanwhile, next door in Kansas, a Christian group has issued a letter asking for prayers for the state's, quote, dark spiritual areas. Most of those areas represented by Democrats. And finally, police around the country are learning that meth labs can turn up really absolutely anywhere. In Purcell, Oklahoma, a shake-and-bake meth lab has been found after an explosion from said lab. Police are now looking for the person or persons who set up the lab in a porta potty
Eee!
on a golf course.
Oh.
I'm Buzz Burbank on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Watch out, Rudy.
Thank you, Buzz. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Yeah.
Our show today was brought to you by the Mike O'Mara Show's Amazon page. Bookmark us for all your shopping at home and at work. MikeO'MaraShow.com will take you directly to your account, and we get the credit. You're saving money, and you're supporting the show when you shop at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Controversy. I'd like to talk about that word in the media, which is somewhat overused.
It's controversial.
I have examples to bring, and more fun and more thrills. We finally got to the movie reviews.
Good.
I'm happy. And Rob and I tomorrow will wax eloquently on why we hate Will Ferrell.
Good.
Did you see the latest?
No, what?
He was a security guard at the Staples Center. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Will Ferrell.
Guess what? Nausea.
Also on tomorrow's show, why is our friend Patton Oswalt so damn angry?
Yeah, he is all the time.
All the time mad.
It's his height.
He's a movie star. We'll take a break.
No,
and,
we'll
see
go
you.
home.
We'll go home. That's right. We'll take a break from today.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Come
We'll see
back
you tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
We love you.